Okay, welcome back to our Hmong funeral decorations YouTube channel. It's been changed. It's not the same name anymore. It's now Hmong funeral decorations class. Apparently someone else has the same name. So we changed that, and we've also changed it on the Facebook name as well. That's also been changed. So anyway, this is part 3 of the how to make a vase. And so we've already explained how to put the vase together, how to skin it. So now we're ready to start gluing the paper, the joss paper, onto the vase. And so what you see here on the table is what you need to fold all the papers, all the different papers on that we're going to need to glue onto the vase. So the two main ones are just the little triangle here and the half boat. And we also need this, but this is just just very few pieces are needed here. So basically, we bought these pieces of paper. Now you can buy any type you want. You can have any color, any kind of design you want, however you like it. I just recommend that you keep the paper size to something very small, about this size. Now, if you go larger, like this size here, then it's not gonna look as nice because you're gonna have these large, boats on the vase. It's not gonna look as nice. So anyway, we're gonna use these papers today, and the first one I'm gonna show you how to fold is these triangles here. We're gonna need a lot of these, and so you have two colors: the gold and the silver. You can decide whatever color you like, but it's folded the same way. I'll show you how to fold that here right now. So you just take this little piece of paper. So the idea here is that we want to get rid of this border. So we're just gonna flip that over. We're gonna fold it. It's a nice little line of gold. So you flip it over. Now the border's gone. See, the border's gone like that. So now you just wanna put your finger in the middle and line up the corners together, and what you want to do is you just want to kind of pinch that a little bit so you know where the middle is. So now that's the middle right there. That's the middle. So now you just fold it in half, create another little triangle here, and then you fold it in half on this side, another little triangle here, and so you get this little piece here. And we're gonna need a lot of these. I don't know how many. I don't know the count, but as you're gluing the paper on, you'll kind of know how many you need. So that's that. And then the next one is the regular joss boat. So these, excuse me. These, I'm gonna show you how to fold those. So basically, you're gonna fold it again. You're gonna fold it in half, like this. Now I like the boat to be short. So you see how this is shorter? The gold is a lot shorter than the silver one. So depending on what direction you fold it, it's going to determine the length. If you fold this way, it's going to be long like the silver boat. If you fold this way, it's going to be short like the gold one. And for our purposes, we want to keep it short, so we're going to fold it this way. So again, just fold it in half. That's half now. So let's fold it in half. Now you're going to fold this in half again. So now this is in half. See, this width here and this width here should be equal widths. So that way, when you're done folding the boat, you can open it nice and flat. Otherwise, it won't be flat, and you won't be able to use it to glue on the vase. So anyway, so you fold in half again. So now you just fold this. Where this crease is right here, you're just gonna fold it over like that. And then you just take one of the corners, either one, it doesn't matter. Take one of the corners, and then you just fold that into a little triangle, just like that. And then now you just flip it over, fold it down, flip it over, fold it down. And then you do the same thing, you flip this down again like that. And now you're gonna fold this little edge here. You don't have to do this, but it helps to have a little crease. So when you, what you want to do is you want to push this corner here inside of this little opening here. And so what I find that helps is use a little floss here. Stick that in, push that down, push that in, and now, see where we folded it earlier, you have a nice little crease, so it makes it easier to fold that into the opening. So now we have a boat. So we're gonna make a lot of these, and then these are the two main ones. And so this you're gonna need to cut some of this out too. This is the third piece here. Now these joss paper, this joss paper you can buy anywhere at any Asian supermarket. And so the idea here is that you're just gonna take the scissor, just cut out the gold, because we only want the gold. And then you come up with this little piece here. So you basically cut that out, you have that. And then so you're gonna wanna have probably about 10 or 12 of these sheets here. And then what you're gonna do next is you're gonna fold this in half, or you don't have to fold in half. The idea is that you're gonna cut this in half. See, you can cut that in half. And then we're gonna need probably about maybe 20 to 30 of these pieces here. So now that you have these three pieces, these are the three main pieces. You've got the little triangles, then you have the boats, and then you have these little squares, rectangles and little strips. So we're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna show you how to glue it on. So this is the vase that was shown from part 2 where we put everything together. Now we're gonna actually start gluing all the joss paper on. So if you look at the top, we can start the top first. So my wife already started this already, and so I'm going to continue on and show you how to finish the rest of it. Oh, I forgot the scissor. Let me go grab the scissor. Okay, so for the top, what we want to do is we want to kind of hide the ribs on the inside. It's just to make it look nicer. That's all. You don't really have to if you don't mind, but all you need to do is to start using this piece of paper here, and just go all the way around like that and just glue it down. So again, this is already started here. So now we're going to continue on. This is just to show you how to glue it on. So just put it down somewhere like that. It doesn't really matter. And then just start cutting 1, 2 like that. And then just kind of fold down like that, like that. Get the glue gun. Okay, and then you want to glue this piece down here too, just so it doesn't open up. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm not doing a very good job right now, but if you know, take a little bit more time, you can do a better job. Okay, so that's part of it. And so this strip, this little half strip that you know, what we're going to use this for is we're going to cover the top, because you see how this is, you have all these openings here. It doesn't look good. You're not covering all of the cardboard. So you can take one of these and have a little trick here. This is the template here. So you can use the template to trace it. So you trace it like that, and then you cut out. So now you can just glue that on top like that. So before you do that, you have to do the side here first. We got to do the side. I forgot about that. We want to do the side because I'll show you why we need to do that later, but we're going to do this side right here. So for this one, I'm just going to put a couple of dabs. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna glue that down on the side, just like that. And then for the top, again, just take a couple of slits. If you make it thinner, it will look a lot nicer. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna make it a little bit, some thinner cuts. So now that that's done, all I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna fold it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see that, we've covered the sides. So we covered the side and we've covered the inside, but it doesn't look very nice because the inside's nice, the side is nice, but the top here, the rim or the right here is very ugly, because it's not looking nice. So that's where you take this piece here and then you glue that on, so that covers the imperfection. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you that for now. So again, we want to glue the side, glue the inside, and then cover the top. And my wife, she has her own design here. If you look on the side, you can also do this as well. You could have your own, design. You can come up with something different or something unique, something that you like. And this is what my wife did. And so she wanted to have this little nice design at the top, which looks really nice. You got this little, tip sticking out. It looks, has some kind of pattern. So it's really nice. Okay, so that's the top, and we're not quite done yet. So I'm gonna continue. Okay, so remember these over here. These are the little triangles that we folded earlier. I'm going to show you how to glue those. So now we're going to glue these going across. You got one here. And now when you're gluing this part, since it's not a flat surface, it's going to be very hard to make it nice and flat. So again, just take the scissor. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just cut it down the middle, or the side, or 2 cuts or 3 cuts, however you think will work. So this seems like it'll do. And on this side over here, just a dab here. Okay, so now that looks good. So it looks good like that. So now we're just gonna continue. You're gonna continue on this side, and you're gonna space it out. About right here. So you have this little diamond. We're going to create a little diamond pattern. Again, you gotta cut it.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah. I think the first row is going to be the hardest one, but then once you get going, the rest should come a lot easier. And again, here I'm kind of rushing through because I'm trying to teach you guys how to make it. I would normally, this is actually my first time gluing this. My wife is the one that does all the gluing of this. And so, yeah, so this is a learning experience for me too. So you're gonna do that. You can go all the way around. Again, just 1, 2 dabs. Just eyeball it. Again, cut it. Okay, I'm gonna go a little faster so we don't have such a long video. I know that the videos are very long, and I don't think people ever actually watch the entire thing because it just takes too long. Okay, so I'm gonna do probably 2 more than for the first row, and then I'm going to continue on the second row and show you how to do that. So now sometimes, see I messed up right here. Now it's showing up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut that. So now I want it to be flat. Remember you want this to be flat. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that for now. And then I'm gonna show you how you start the second row. So the idea is you want to have this nice pattern. You want to have this nice little pattern here.
Go up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so you got the first row here. So now I'm starting the second row. Grab more of the triangles. Okay, so the idea is you want to alternate it. You see, every single gap you want to alternate it. You want to alternate it like that. So now you have this really nice pattern. See that pattern starting to develop right there? So that's what you want. You want to have this little pattern. So now the next one, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna have a nice pattern going all the way around. So that's the idea. So I'm gonna just do 2 more. We don't want to take too much time doing that.
Just one.
Now when you glue it, you're gonna see some of the yellow here, but don't worry about it. When you come back, each row, it's gonna cover it. So that's something, you don't have to worry about that for now. It'll get covered later on. Okay,
Just do the third one.
Third one right here. Okay, so I'm gonna do the third one right there. Okay, so you see how the pattern is starting to develop like that? That's the goal. So you're gonna do 1 row, start at the top, going all the way around. And then you're gonna start the second row, and you're gonna alternate between these little gaps right here. And so you have this nice pattern. So every row, and you're just gonna follow the same pattern going around. And at the top, you have this little nice diamond pattern here. As you go down further, the diamond pattern is not gonna be as nice. It might shift or it might not be a perfect diamond pattern, but don't worry about it. Just continue following the same philosophy going around, the same pattern. And then what you want to do is you want to glue all that here. You're going to stop somewhere here. And then you're going to stop somewhere here because what we're going to show you next is what the bottom's going to come up to here. It's going to meet together. And you're going to have this little line right here going all the way around. You have the top pattern here. You have the bottom pattern. Okay, now we're going to show you how to do the bottom. So for the bottom, again, actually my wife already started, and it's the same concept. You're just using a different joss paper, different fold. And so, get this piece here. So again, what you want to do is you want to tape the bottom all the way around, start off like that. So of course, this is not flat, so you're gonna have to cut it. And so I think 3 cuts should be good enough. 1, 2. Okay, so that's plenty good. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put just 1, 2 little small dabs of glue, and then I'm gonna glue that on top. See some. And then, oh, I forgot this piece here, so I'm gonna glue that down as well. Glue that down. And glue that down. Okay. So, again, my wife already started over here. She already started, she went around. And so the idea is to go all the way around doing that. And the reason you want to do this is because when you start gluing the boats on, if you don't have this, so you see this little opening here? You're gonna see the tape, and you just want to cover that up. So that's the idea behind that. So now we're gonna start gluing these on the boats. And what you want to do is you want to have this little trick here, right? You want to have this book, or something. It doesn't have to be a book. It's just something flat. And so when you glue this on, sometimes if you don't have that, you might glue it too high. I am exaggerating here, but if you glue that too high, then of course when you set it down, it's gonna bend. Or if you glue it too low, then it messes up the pattern here. So you just want to have this little book here, push that against that, and then all I need to do is just do a little dab, 1, 2 here. You want to do a little third one too if you want, that's fine. But that's plenty good right there. And don't worry about this, kind of not being completely glued onto the vase, because when you put on the next row, see the next row is going to hold it down. See, if without the second row, then yeah, of course it's not going to be flat to the vase, or the surface of the vase. But once you have the second row of boats on, then it will hold it down. So just like over here. So now you got the first row going all the way around. So now you want to have the same pattern again, right? So you're going to glue in between, and so this is in between that. This tip here is in between that. And so you want to keep going all the way around. And then so I'm going to glue this piece right here. So just somewhere in the middle, like that. And you're going to just basically have to eyeball it. Now we're going to do this one here. This is the third row. This is the third row. So now you see that little pattern developing? You have the first row here. You have the second row. So again, you're alternating the spaces. So for the third row, you're doing the same thing, like that. So that's it. It's very simple. And so the idea is you're going to start the bottom and the top like this. So at the bottom, you're going to glue all the way up to somewhere you like. You can stop here, or but what we like to do is we can stop somewhere here. This is the line right here. And then this you're going to glue down. You're going to glue this down. You're going to stop somewhere here. And you're going to come up from the bottom and stop somewhere here. And then what happened to my flowers? Okay, here it is. It fell on the floor here. So now you're going to have the top come and meet somewhere here. You're going to have the bottom go up and meet somewhere here. So now you're going to have these two pieces of, I guess, the two different patterns meet. And so you're going to have to somehow figure out how to cover it. And so in order to do that, you just put a little flower here, just going all the way around like that. So that will cover that visible line where the two different types of paper, the Joss patterns, when they meet, you can have a visible line here, so that's not going to look very nice. So you just want to have a little flower, and you can just go on, the YouTube channels. They'll show you how to make different flowers. You don't have to make this one, any flower you like. You can just, go on the YouTube channels and then make it and then just glue it on. This is just to cover that line where the two different patterns, the top pattern and the bottom pattern, where they meet, you have that visible line that you want to cover. And that's it. We're gonna go ahead and finish this up later, and then when that's done, when we actually have this line here, we're gonna show you how to glue the rest, and we'll show you the final product. And so that will be, well, this is part 3, so part 4. Part 4, we'll show you the completed vase. We'll have the 2 patterns meet, and then we're gonna show you how to glue that final line of flowers here. We're going around the vase, and that'll be our final product. All right, thanks for watching. We'll make the 4th video hopefully soon.